This week on Meg and John's Open House, one of our favorite clients, Gary Kiffel, stops by to talk about working with Joan Rivers, David Letterman, his philosophies about life, the wisdom he's gained along the way, and of course, real estate. We sold him a house.
We are real estate experts.
We may be the only realtors you ever meet. Plus, we're fun, and our friends are fun. Come on over to our open house.
Welcome to Open House, a podcast about Los Angeles real estate. Hollywood, hot homes, gossip, tech, trends.
Fun.
This is self-produced. It's very exciting. And we are and
Sit up straight.
me sit up straight.
No, me. I lose about 10 pounds when I sit up straight.
It's amazing how that works.
Are we on?
I lose wrinkles when I smile.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
I'm
gave
very
them.
unhappy, but I like to smile. Oh, hi.
When I think about
Hey.
you, I always think about you smiling.
You're the
I never
greatest.
think of you with a
Yes.
serious face. Do you?
I don't know that I've ever seen him with a serious
Are
face.
we introducing our guests?
Yes.
Are
Oh
you-
my gosh, let me take my readers off.
Who is it? I'm so
Oh,
excited.
who's it going to be?
I'm taking mine off.
Ladies and
if
gentlemen,
you
this
guys
is
wanna-
Gary Kiffel, one of the most interesting men we know. You know that campaign, The Most Interesting Man in the World? Gary Kiffel.
yeah.
It's based on the life of
beard.
this man.
Yes.
Here he is, Gary Kiffel. He's our favorite client.
Favorite
It's him and his
client.
wife. And we'll probably rope her in at some point.
Yes.
But we have the best time with you, and we wanted to hear all about everything you have to say about your interesting life.
Well, you guys
And-
are
No pressure.
way too kind to me.
Well, it starts out with real estate. So we start out with real estate.
Well, we got to get it
Because-
over with.
Well, because that's usually the jump off point.
Yeah,
Well, we have
Which
a good
is-
real estate story with you.
we do.
Yeah.
Do you want to regale us?
I think that, first of all, you mentioned my wife. That's Beth.
Beth Kiffel.
And Beth
Yeah.
and I were looking for a house. We had moved from the East Coast. We lived in Edgemont, Scarsdale,
Yes.
New York.
Lovely place to
Scarsdale.
live.
All our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
We spoke with the Scarsdale lockjaw.
Scarsdale.
Of course. We were very Scarsdalian, but we didn't really live in Scarsdale. We lived in Edgemont, which is the town that borders Scarsdale. Our
Right.
post
Also
office
lovely.
was Scarsdale. And it was gorgeous. And we lived there for a school system.
Yeah, 10 out of
Yeah.
10.
Jamie,
Can't
who's
beat
now
it.
a mom and an author. But
Yeah.
she was then, maybe, she had just gotten out of the fourth grade. And Beth wanted we were in Yonkers, and the school system wasn't supporting her or many kids at the time. And we lived in Edgemont, but we moved here after about 30 plus years.
30 years.
Such
in
a brave
Edgemont.
thing to do.
In our
It
house,
is.
which we loved. If I knew what we were really doing,
Thank God you didn't, right?
I would have still done it because there was no other way.
Right.
Our daughter
Granddaughter and daughter.
granddaughter were here.
Yeah.
And, Jamie pulled the dirty trick on us, moved out with her husband, and they
Never came
lived
back.
here
It
for
does happen.
a year and a half. And
I
then
pulled
they-
the same number.
Right out of Westchester.
Same
Same thing.
number,
Right out of
same
Westchester.
same county. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're Westchesterites together.
Yeah.
And I lived in New York my whole life. And when we got to California, it was purely because we had a grandchild.
Yeah. So
So
exciting.
we lived in a condominium that we rented over on the north side of town, Scott Road.
Yes.
Right?
Burbank?
And
No.
Oh, yeah.
Burbank.
Burbank,
And
yeah, it was
it was
Burbank.
a very, very nice condominium community that had become rental.
Yeah.
And
Not
it was,
far from beautiful downtown Burbank.
It was
Yes.
very close.
Yeah. Nice
And
area.
it was 15 minutes from where Jamie and Abby were.
Yeah.
And we were very comfortable for 2.5 years. And Beth was on MLS every day. Every
Searching
day.
She
for a
was on the
house.
case.
Beth is dedicated, and when she gets something in her head that she wants to accomplish, it gets done.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
She's a doer.
Yeah,
She's an A student.
She's a success at that.
I love that.
So she's my opposite in every way, and we support one
You're
another.
perfect together.
That
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Perfect.
I do nothing, and she does everything, and that's how we support each other.
So nice.
And
Yeah.
but
I
you
do my
also have a
part
giant
by doing no
personality
part.
that
Yes.
keeps everything going.
we
Both
we
of
are
you.
we are polar opposites who attracted immensely when we were very young, and it never stopped.
Oh.
It never stopped. She's
so
still
sweet.
beautiful, but I digress.
That happened to us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're further
Yeah.
along the same road that you two guys are on.
Oh, it did.
So either turn around right now
Right.
because there's still time,
Yeah.
Right.
or
No
for
forks
you,
in the
there's no
road.
time for him.
No, I got some time.
No, I
Oh
don't.
my gosh, you're funny.
But you Beth was at an open house
Yeah,
over Studio City,
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she came to me and said, you gotta meet this woman. I said, who? She said, well, I met this woman. She's a real estate agent. I said, no.
I don't want to meet any
No need-
realtors.
no need to
Who
meet
wants
her.
to meet a realtor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I was Mr.
It's
No Realtor. Only because we had a great realtor who helped us sell the house. in
Yes.
Edgemont.
You did
Great.
well then, right?
He was
your,
wonderful.
With your East Coast.
And that told me that there are great realtors.
Yes.
right.
And I believe Beth when she says things. So
Yeah.
I met you, and then it was just we looked at a lot of properties.
We did. We got
I'm
to know
gonna
each
go
other.
into details that
You can go into
this is
detail.
absolutely not what most real estate agents would have done or helped us with. We found our house ourselves.
Yes.
Right.
Beth was on MLS,
Yes.
and she said, this is a house on Jamie's street. It was on Jamie's block. It
Unbelievable.
was 5 houses from Jamie's house.
Yeah.
And
straight up.
darling.
And it was too small for us, but it was 5 houses from Jamie. It was
Right.
960 square feet with 1 bedroom.
Right.
No, 2 bedrooms and 1
One
bath.
bath. The one bath is usually the
We were
sticking
coming from
point.
an
That's a tough
apartment
one.
with
Yeah,
3
yeah.
bathrooms.
Right.
And our house back
And the house
then,
was huge.
it was big enough. It was 2,400 square feet.
Yeah,
and it was
that's
just
nice.
me and Beth.
Right.
Because we had added that whole upper level of
Yeah.
1,000 square feet after Jamie left.
Yeah, you did a lot of
for
renovating,
college.
right?
Yeah. So we called you up. Well, to give you the full background, we called Jamie. This house is on your street. Do you know the people who live at this house number?
Did
I'm
you
not
know them?
telling you my house number. So yeah, we're not close enough yet. So
Not yet.
Not you guys. You
No,
guys
the
know
rest
that.
of- No, we know.
These guys have to wait.
We've been
The
around.
listeners.
Those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So they
Yeah.
we asked Jamie, do you know them? Yes, I know them. They know Abby, and they're great.
Right.
Go knock on their door, ask them if they would show us the house tonight.
Oh, how wonderful.
And we had dinner in the oven, so
Right.
it was fish. I still remember.
Oh.
And Beth got the call back from Jamie. They said, "Come right over."
Oh, that's
Okay,
nice.
so we left dinner. We went right over. We bought the house.
yes.
That was how it happened. We agreed on a deal. And they said, well, this is great. You don't need an agent. Our
Yes.
son is an agent.
Yes,
and
you
he
can
is.
go through
Very-
him.
And you
Through
could go
your
through
son.
him, and we'll save a lot of money, and we'll save you some money. And we said, we can't do that.
Oh, isn't
We
that
said,
the
we
nicest?
can't do that.
It was the
We're
nicest.
represented
Because you
by-
really didn't
Well,
have to
we
do
had
what
just
you did.
come out of a
John
deal
and
that was
Tom's.
like it
Yeah.
did where it didn't work, and
Was it the apartment?
yeah,
the
it didn't make
condo?
sense. It was
Yeah.
like, and I've been on that street multiple times since then, and every time I think of you, where you're
Oh,
like,
and I
I
breathe a
can't make
deep
a
sigh of
left.
relief.
There's no
Deep
way to
sigh
make
of
a left
relief.
off of this.
Well, that was the time
Yeah.
that Beth, we had an accepted offer.
Yeah.
It was a gorgeous apartment.
Yeah,
it was.
it really was
It
pristine.
was roomier than our house.
Right.
And when we were happy and excited, Beth told one of our friends,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "Where is it?" And she said, "On Coldwater." And she said, "No, where is it with relation
Yeah.
to Coldwater?"
Right.
And she said, "No, it's right on Coldwater."
And
And
she
her friend
said,
said,
"Oh no."
Uh-oh.
"Have you been there when traffic is happening?"
Uh-oh.
And we said, "No."
No.
Which is
She
twice
said,
a
"Go
day.
up and see it." So with the next day, with our hearts in our throats, we went up to the address, and we went at about, I don't remember, but it was evening rush,
Yeah.
and someone was in the driveway waiting to exit the garage.
Waiting
10 minutes
and waiting
to make a right turn.
To make a right turn,
it's
not even a
like
left
some-
Not a
turn.
left
Not a
it's
left
not
turn.
even some like ridiculous
Left turn would have
turn.
been maybe
An
until
hour.
rush hour is over,
Oh.
you know?
So,
yeah.
And we couldn't believe it.
No.
And we thought, you know,
No quality of life
Our
there.
granddaughter has certain disabilities.
Right.
She uses a walker. How's she going to get across that street?
No, right?
It's tough.
No,
It's
that
tough.
was a no.
This
So
city
that
is,
was the end
has
of
a
it.
We
lot
all
of
backed
that,
out of
yeah,
that one.
where
That
it's
was like a good. It was like Goldilocks and the Three Bears,
was a-
right? There were a
yeah.
couple contenders. It was like, and then you found Clybourne just right.
And it was just
Well, it was
Not
true. It was
just-
like everything fit, and we've always said that when it's faded to some degree when you
Oh,
find.
I mean, unbelievable
Right.
that you ended up on the street with Jamie.
fate controls everything.
Yeah, and
We
the
control
neighborhood is epic. We can talk
I
about
think
the
that
neighborhood.
you
We can't
can
talk about
guide
the
it in
address.
a direction with your desire for where you want to be, and then fate comes in and says, "Here's
There is a
what you
faded
got."
element of real estate for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. I think so.
Because
yeah.
it's the human beings who you are,
Right.
who are the real deals.
Yes.
The properties are what the human beings are gravitated to because we all need a place to live.
Right.
We need some clothing. We need somebody to love us.
Yes.
It would be nice if we have a dog or a cat.
Yes,
And-
these are the needs.
Right.
And this is what we need. You guys effectuate that deal. I
Directed.
hate that word now. I don't like that word
know,
anymore.
I know.
But that deal, there are great deals in the world, and that deal can only happen with the aid of knowledgeable people.
Mm-hmm.
We had come from the East Coast. We bought 2 houses on the East Coast.
Right.
We sold 2 houses on the East
Yeah,
Coast.
you've owned, bought,
Well,
and sold properties.
Yeah. And now when we got here, we didn't feel confident that we understood
the dance.
how
It was
to
so
buy and
different,
sell.
right?
Yeah.
So different. No lawyers.
No lawyers.
Yeah.
We thought that was, I don't want to tell you what I thought that
But
was.
you've made you a little nervous.
It made
It's
me
like
very,
people with
very
a certificate
nervous.
running around handling your money.
It made me very nervous. But,
Former,
but
yeah.
that's where you guys came in and saved the day for us because
Aw.
we were never nervous.
Oh.
And to this day, when we tell these stories, how did you get your house? You're always the most prominent part of the story.
Oh, it's so
that's
kind.
nice.
And let me explain to those who are watching why. Is there anybody watching? Let me
Three.
explain
I don't
to,
know.
Three
We
to
don't-
seven.
It's us.
to she who is watching.
625 subscribers.
That's,
But who's counting?
Well, that's good. That's
So it's a good
that's a
start.
lot of
It's a
people.
good start.
So, I mean, compared to what? That's the problem with us. We want to compare ourselves to the
Yeah,
most
Oh, I know.
biggest, whatever the thing
mean-
The
is.
goal was 8, so
Yeah.
we're doing
We-
pretty
we've-
good.
Now you got
surpassed the goal.
600 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
So, here's what you did for us. We knew that when it came time to draw up contracts, discuss the things on the property that might need attention,
Yeah.
that this kind of needs something before we go ahead and make it our own. That's where you guys shined.
Yeah.
You were diamonds. You
Well-
were
Oh, that's
John
so
is
nice.
a tenacious
He
bulldog.
is. He's
right?
the bad cop.
give
it's
up.
it's
You're
a good
the
combo.
wonderful cop. You're not even the
Right.
good cop.
Yeah.
You're the incredible cop.
We're
And he's also the incredible cop,
He
but he
is.
can play bad cop.
He can pull it off.
But I'm
right?
also-
I agrees with him.
I'm
That's
also
That's the difference.
a
He'll
middle
do this for
child,
you.
so
Yes.
being a middle child.
I'm sort of
you
a little
fight
more on the
both. You
people
can't-
pleasing end, and he's
Yeah.
kind of the one who is able to get his hands dirty and save face while doing so, right?
I
And
try.
so we do a lot of that. We have a rhythm, right, where we sort of like
There has been people that we've had, and not with clients or whatever, but with agents where we've had incredible disagreements and heated arguments, and then get together for coffee after the whole
Right.
thing closes.
Right.
And
And
I mean-
that's a great feeling, isn't
Yeah.
it?
yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's like
Here's
I'm
a-
not hold
Right?
anything against.
It didn't
you know.
end with, oh, you just go.
no.
No,
yeah.
it ended
It's just
with,
it's just
okay.
the job.
Hey,
right?
yeah.
It's just
want an
the job.
Americano?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
It's
that's
true.
been
It's part of it, and also
but-
it's like summer camp. Every deal is like summer camp. You think you're going to live each other's lives, and then the people who stay in your life are usually the clients, like you guys.
Right.
The actual transactional stuff with the agent, you're never going to see this person again. You
That's a
you might
business.
in
Well-
a small pocket of the valley. You might see them again.
Yeah,
You have to keep
there's a
your nose
couple I
clean
see
with
at
people.
Ralph's occasionally.
Yeah.
Well,
And
we
I'm
were
like,
very
"Hey, guys."
surprised
Right.
at the smallness of our community.
It
Yes.
is. It is.
And it's not a tiny place.
No.
Right.
But everybody is rubbing against everybody all the time.
Yes. Well, your neighborhood is, I think, particularly. I went over one day. Bethy had 2 gal friends over from the street.
Yeah, that was fun.
And what a special
I
neighborhood.
only heard about it and observed it from a great
Oh,
distance.
lovely women.
And
just
they
such
are.
a bucolic neighborhood that feels very connected. You feel
Carolyn
connected
is,
with each other.
You and Carolyn really.
She's a gem.
Yeah.
She's a gem. Everything that came
She
out of her
is,
mouth,
too.
she's very profound, right? She's smart. Everything that
is.
comes out of her mouth has some kind of like,
Yes,
she
it
doesn't do
does.
drivel. Like, it's a lot of gravitas, right? She had good advice.
We live on a magic street.
You really do.
Yeah.
We
I feel
discovered
it's
that.
the only place in LA that I would move from here. I think I'm
Oh,
pretty
wish you
dug in
would.
here.
I
It would
wish
be
you
so
would.
fun to add
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
mix.
I'd like
We
the
would be
boys
the-
around too.
Yes,
That would be fun.
that
We would be the other neighbor with chickens.
right.
Well,
John's been dreaming of
Maybe
chicken.
Tango will sell to you. That's our neighbor.
Oh,
on,
nice.
On
Oh, wow.
our right side, and on the left side, it's the chickens. I
Right.
don't think Tango's planning to sell.
Right.
Right.
But if
You
he
know,
does, keep us
offers are
posted.
good,
I just
right.
think that's a
Yeah,
lovely
yeah.
neighborhood. For anyone listening, it's sort of the Burbanky part of it's. You'd almost say Toluca Lake, and it's sort of where Burbank starts, but it is gorgeous.
Toluca Woods
Right.
Toluca Woods, yeah.
starts at our corner.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And we are Magnolia Park.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
if you go to our corner of Magnolia,
Yeah.
we're between Magnolia and Clark. That's why I didn't give you the address number.
Oh.
There are people out there who just come to your house and then say, I saw you on a podcast. You really weren't very good.
This is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
your big shot.
You really
Yeah,
weren't
this is
that.
it.
This
for
is
me.
the big break.
Is it for me?
Yeah.
I spent my
You
life
waited
in
all
the
your life.
studio.
You've had a very successful career, but this is finally where you've arrived.
Yeah, where did you...
Yeah, let's talk about your job.
I
What?
was very lucky in my job.
I don't believe it.
I
So-
never
You're
worked.
very modest.
I
You-
really never worked. I got to play.
Such a cool job.
They say you'd never, never
Never work a day in your life if you love what you do.
If
I'm
love
that
what you
guy.
do.
I
Oh.
worked 1 year of my life.
What
Wait,
year was
it
that?
wasn't-
how did that
What
happen?
year was that? It was a different job.
It was 1970.
That's really fun.
70?
Yeah.
Wow.
In 1970, I went to work as a teacher. I worked 2 years as a teacher
Oh, you would have been a great
in
teacher.
Yonkers, New York.
Yonkers.
I was
Wow.
a great teacher.
Yeah.
But I was way too young.
Yeah.
I was teaching 7th and 8th grade.
Oh, tough.
The kids were maybe 5 years younger than I
Right,
was.
not a big
and
age
some of the
difference.
kids in that school were there beyond the years that they should you would have expected them to
Oh,
be.
dear.
Wow.
So it was a tough school. It was a fist fight a day. That was in
Oh.
the teacher's room.
What part of
Wow.
Yonkers? Do you
Oh, my
remember? What
gosh.
little hamlet of you know how Yonkers is sort of divvied up?
This was by the Hudson River.
Okay.
This
Oh,
was
this is-
Hawthorne Junior High School, which doesn't exist
Hawthorne.
anymore.
Oh, interesting.
And the principal was the most wonderful man,
Nice guy.
Wow.
Robert Dodson, who went on to Yonkers High School was renamed for him.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, that's cool.
He left this earth early.
Oh.
He was magnificent, but it's interesting to me
Yeah.
because the whole world relates only to me.
Well, it is your
I mean,
world.
how
It's
else are you
my
going to
world.
Your
I don't
world.
understand how people
I have a
think
world.
it's
He has a world.
theirs.
This
How
is your
you-
world.
Yeah, how else do you
Everybody
do
has
it?
their own world.
Yes.
don't
Right.
they?
The prism
do.
through which you look at life is yours and yours alone.
I heard a
right?
brilliant psychologist once, and that was maybe the only brilliant psychologist I've ever heard.
Uh-huh.
But this person said that your life requires, a successful life requires a good deal of self. You lie to yourself. You say, when I go out that door, nothing bad can happen to me.
Yes.
Right.
You say, everything that I regard as true in my life, it's true
Yes.
It is.
because I accept it.
Yes.
And we have to give ourselves a great deal of what I don't remember the word that the psychologist used.
Yeah.
But it referred to self-deception.
Yeah, like a pep talk.
And we deceive ourselves, and that self-deception and that enables us to carry on in a fairly dangerous, uncontrolled world.
Yes.
We perceive
And stay
it as
buoyant. And
control.
stay buoyant.
And stay
How
buoyant.
else?
Perfect.
How else?
Stay
Why be a
buoyant.
realist? It's overrated. I wake up every morning to do this meditation that John laughs about because of the guy's voice.
I don't laugh
I'm
at
not.
that. I
won't
just
mention
think
who
his
it
voice is a little like...
But it's sort of like a meditation, 15 minutes, where it's like your
is
heart
he-
is open,
is
big
he
great things
this
are going to
type
happen to
of-
you. Like he
yeah.
tells you everything's
no,
going to
it's
be great.
not even that guy. He has like a quirky,
Yeah,
almost...
sort of a. It's like he's
got like
it might
a-
be AI.
like I was like, I would expect it to be like, now you're
No,
you're
it's
relaxed.
nothing like John's voice.
Those are the
I'm
guys who
spoiled with John's
overdrive
voice.
the microphones
Yes.
with very low
Yes.
voices.
Instead, it's like
No, this guy is almost like a little in the middle of his.
feeling relaxed?
I'm like, I just-
But he does tell you your life's going to be great, and that you're full of abundance, and you're going to everything that's meant to happen will happen.
Self-aphorisms.
Right.
And that's all I need to get myself to the coffee machine.
Yeah,
yeah.
Who
It's
can
all
live
about
with
what you need to get to the coffee machine.
let us take a
Sometimes
moment
it's that.
to thank the God Keurig.
Keurig.
It's so.
What about
John doesn't do
Violetti?
Keurig. I do it. I swear by it.
What
Because I
about
don't have
your-
time to back off and go back to bed. It takes 2 seconds, right?
It's the
It's
greatest.
like rocket fuel.
Coffee is art. I feel like it's chemistry. And if you have a Violetti, it's different.
I know, but
If
if you have a
you-
Keurig, you
Keurig
get
is
up
just
earlier.
I
stuffing
never
it
had
in.
a Biletti.
Oh,
I never
always
really learned how to use it. I like the button.
pushing it gently through the grounds.
No, I have a
Get the
I have a
espresso
Keurig
right off the
machine.
top. Take that, and that's
It's
it.
enough for me.
Oh, me too. And I love I'm such a basic bitch. I love the way it smells. The coffee, I get the vanilla or something ridiculous, and the whole room smells like possibilities,
yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Possibilities.
I want to
pretty
plug
good.
Trader Joe's Colombian coffee.
Is it good?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pods?
New formulation that they never had in the past.
Oh, I gotta try
and they don't use a Keurig cup. They use a competitor's totally different.
Oh,
Can
Yeah.
it go in the Keurig though?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
works
perfect.
Oh,
like a,
yes.
works
Is
like
the,
a
pri- is the
manatee,
price
as
the
my
price is
grandpa
right? I
said.
would imagine
Wow.
too.
$5.49 for
Oh,
12.
you beat it by $4.
It's like we're
$5.49.
sponsored by
Ralph's
Trader
Ralph's
Joe's.
You
we
should
should
be
be
so
sponsored by. I wish we were.
Yes,
That's right.
Listen,
Violetti,
that's on the
Keurig,
list.
and Trader
The
Joe's. Thank you
meditation
for
guy's
that.
going to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
you are
And
going to
you
be
know-
sponsored by
Yeah.
Trader Joe's.
And if you're a trader, if Trader Joe's sponsors you,
Yeah.
they assign you free parking in their lot.
Is that true?
Oh,
You don't
that's
have to
great.
wait for a space
Oh,
like
how wonderful.
everyone else.
I just thought it was boundless
You
lollipops
pull up,
and
you go,
stickers.
No, we're connected.
Well, the
Oh, I
next,
love that.
we're valet.
This is
That
good.
would
This
be
is
great.
this is
I don't know if
gold.
they have that.
Not
I
yet.
think that
Gold.
when they open a Trader Joe's, they determine the least possible parking space. And if the lot is
Right.
impossible, they take the property.
Oh gosh, it's
Yeah.
so true.
Well,
I just love Trader Joe's.
Yeah, they have
NoHo
the best
West,
thing
I
going.
went to. Have you been to the new NoHo West?
I
In
Trader
North
Joe's?
Hollywood, it's a big development.
Huge
it's great. Brand
parking.
spanking new for people
But
listening.
Yeah.
the parking is to die from.
Well,
To die
yeah,
from,
Yes,
not to die
not
for.
to
It's
die for.
it's
Is it just busy all the time?
busy,
It's
yeah,
become a
that's what it
hub.
is.
The drivers on their way to spaces think that your car is transparent and
A hologram,
drive through
a
it.
mere
Drive
hologram.
through
yeah.
it, yeah.
And also they have
Molecular.
that Trader Joe's right on the corner there.
Right.
So we go there. I concede that we go there for the Japanese dollar store Daiso.
Oh, do I need to get involved
Oh.
with that?
Yeah, you got to go to Daiso.
Daiso.
Wait,
Spell
where's
it.
Daiso?
D-Y-S-O?
Daiso.
Yeah, I should have known D-A-I.
And where
Yeah, right.
is this another sponsorship? We have Daiso. Is
Well,
that-
I mean,
Trader Joe. The John and Meg podcast
It's
is
sponsored
sponsored by Daiso,
Daiso.
Trader Joe's.
why limit ourselves? Just at NoHo West.
And after the show, we're going to look for more sponsors.
We'll
right.
rustle, we'll
But
rustle some up.
so wait, what is Daiso? What is that?
Daiso is, if you can imagine, Woolworths. If
Ooh, I
they were
love
purely Japanese, every item is $1.75.
Ooh.
Wow.
And they have tremendous things that you can't find in the American style
This is
stores.
exciting. I
Wow.
can't believe I've
Okay.
never heard of this place.
For
Well-
example,
Okay.
this would be of interest to no one, but
I'm
I'm going to
riveted.
say it
I'm
anyway.
riveted. I'm
well,
riveted.
we go downtown.
I'm looking for an
just to go to
adventure.
Little Tokyo,
Yeah, to
just
go to
to
the
go to the
Japanese
grocery.
the shopping. Yeah.
And the
Okay,
kids
so-
love it in there,
Yeah.
and we find all kinds of great
Stuff you can't get
and
anywhere else.
ramen. And
2 years
just-
ago, Beth and I went to Japan, and we
Oh,
You took
wow.
the big
That's
trip.
the other way. to
I
do it.
saw the
Yeah, yeah.
album. It was speaking of To
Changed
Die
our
For.
lives.
Oh,
Wow.
life changing, right?
This is the most off-subject interview you've ever had.
I love it so
Well,
much.
but it like
This is what's in my head all the time.
I think
but
it's fantastic.
No, but
I
the
think a lot of
design
people
of-
in LA would be interested in this Japanese store
But the design of the show is not to be
on Target.
big, wide, viral. This is a
Slice of life.
local.
You have a design?
Slice of
Yes,
Not barely.
it's a local.
We have a
I
show.
wouldn't have come.
We have a-
It's about the
I knew
best
that.
places. It's about the real estate in LA. It's
Yes, it's
about
very
the,
real-
all that
the real
stuff.
estate
It's
LA
about
centric.
Daiso. It's about I've never heard of it and I want to know more about
And
it.
now I'm going.
On to Daiso, but I just will digress to say that you two are the most creative, adorable couple.
Oh,
Thank
Beth and
you.
I
That's
love you
sweet.
so much.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
so
not only
kind,
for,
Gary.
you got the whole package. You're beautiful to see. You have
Oh,
a gorgeous
thank you.
family.
What a nice
You
thing to
brought us
say.
into our home in Southern California, right?
That's so nice.
And your minds are open to everything.
Everything wide open. I mean, maybe a little too open.
I love it. I love it.
You guys
But
are
it's-
fantastic too. We love you.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We're done bullshitting.
Okay,
one
that's enough
another.
bullshit.
Back to Daiso.
So Daiso is a place where they have Japanese sensibility,
Right.
Yeah.
and the goods have the Japanese sensibility.
it's just
so
you'll
much
find
better.
All
So
kinds of
interesting.
things. You'll find a battery-operated coffee
Or like
foamer.
Oh, so clever.
And what
like
it
you
is an
never knew you
electric thing
needed
that
it.
goes
I'm
foam.
in.
Yes.
Wow.
What a fun thing.
All right.
Yeah.
You'll find
The bigger version makes butter.
well, yeah, exactly right. Just like a cherry.
Yeah.
But they have Beth bought a Disney watch at a Daiso in Japan.
Yes.
But a Disney watch, which was the equivalent of $5.
Right.
And it still works.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
And it was
Oh,
made
this
in
sounds right up my
Japan.
alley.
It
So-
does. Yeah. I mean, I'm like,
I might go today.
well,
Now, my favorite thing, I collect vintage hi-fi. I've been in
Ooh.
broadcast all my life.
Right.
yeah.
So from
Incredible hi-fi.
before adulthood, when I was playing in my room with make-believe equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you have a lot of hi-fi, and some of it has tubes, and it gets warm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So they sell an item which is actually a small. It comes like a ball. They separate. They're this big. They make them. They're made of a special plasticized rubber,
Right.
and they're made to put under your laptop to give it breathing space.
Oh,
Oh,
we
that's
were always
cool.
looking for something to do that
Okay.
with,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We use a lot of things for that
Books.
that aren't appropriate.
Napkins.
I lost a channel.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
I lost a channel.
Oh, can you hear it?
I don't need it.
No, you
do
don't, right?
anything.
You sound great.
So
You sound
I
great.
don't need it. I hear myself.
Well,
That's all
speaking
that
of
matters.
sound, we have to. Can we brag a little bit about what you did for a living for a million years?
I
That
was
didn't
waiting.
feel like work.
Yeah. What did
Yeah,
you do?
it's time.
I was waiting.
It's
Adore
time.
me.
John, announce it. Announce
What
it.
is it?
You know what he did.
I was
do-
Letterman's sound
it's-
effects, man. I can't wait for these people.
Well,
For
and
what-
like
for
one
what
of
show?
one of many of the because I worked in radio for many years, and
John's
sound was
radio
a key
god.
component of everything, and had
is.
had huge speakers in the living room and that kind of stuff where it was just crazy, but
That's right.
it hooked
Mm-hmm.
into the TV. And one of the sounds you did, which was yours, which was the card through the glass, which was
Wait, so could we mention the name or no?
who?
It was a late show
name.
with Dave
He already
Letterman.
mentioned it.
Oh, you did say it. Okay. I was like,
Well,
It's
Dave
David
came
Letterman.
to CBS in 1993, and all of us, when I say us, I mean all of us crew members.
Yeah.
I was doing the Joan Rivers show. I was the guy who
I love her.
mixed her in the house. Joan was the greatest person.
Was she? I'm obsessed with her. The documentary, her show, everything she ever did. I just
You
loved
placed
her.
your love in the right person.
I did, right?
Oh,
She reminded
that's
me of my
nice.
grandma. My grandma was
Yeah.
plucky like that. She had this
Plucky?
similar kind of.
She would
plucky,
come in.
Plucky.
Yeah,
Plucky.
Plucky. yeah, just
She
could
would
sell
use
it.
Plucky.
happy-go-lucky and plucky.
Yeah, love like a
Yeah.
just like a lovely zest for life, right?
She was a very complex person.
yeah. She had a
had
lot of
had-
loss in her life.
She had a lot of loss in her life.
Yeah.
Her husband, Edgar, and when
Tragedy.
people would say, she'd have a little Q&A before her show.
yeah.
And even after her show, she loved her audiences. And when people would say, when Edgar died, she'd say, no, Edgar killed himself.
Oh,
And it's very important that I,
make the distinction.
yes.
Hmm.
And it was painful to hear it when she would say it,
Hmm.
but I understood that she had made a decision in her life
To
that
cope with it
she
that way.
had to live with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like and
she
move,
was
move
very
through
honest.
it.
That's really-
Move through the
honest.
pain.
And I never heard that. I
Yeah.
never.
Well, I
that
think that's
wouldn't be
brave too, not
actually
to sweep it under the rug. I
She
think a lot of
would
people
come
wouldn't even be
in-
able to talk about it, right?
Joan Rivers would come into our building, the broadcast center on West 57th Street. And one morning, it's like 7, and she's coming up what we called our loading ramp. The stagehands would drive these carts
Right.
that would pull the scenery.
Ooh.
CBS Broadcast Center at that time, we had
Right.
shows and they would pull scenery around.
Yeah.
And we used the studios for multiple things. The Joan Rivers studio was 45, Monday to Friday. 45 was the studio.
Yeah.
On Saturday and Sunday, it was CBS Sports.
Oh,
so
neat.
they would
So
pull
they would
everything out and
reinvent
redo
it.
it.
Wow.
Joan's coming up the loading ramp, and I happen to be there. Good morning. And she's wearing a mink coat. It was winter.
Oh.
She's wearing a mink coat, dark glasses, and she's coming in, and she looks like she hasn't really awakened yet.
Oh.
But when she saw me,
Oh. She
Wow.
loved you.
she loved me.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
loved
why?
her.
What's not to
She
like?
came to the Late Show with David Letterman on one occasion. She was
Oh, and
there
you
a
were
couple of
there,
times.
and there you were.
And she came down to the sound effects room, which was under Dave's
Oh.
feet, essentially, on the next level down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she came to see me.
Oh, how wonderful.
Very, very few people
So warm, right?
did that.
Yeah.
And she was a defensive person because she had been hurt so many times.
Yeah. She
But
did
if she-
slings and arrows, right?
I think her
she
head
weathered a lot
writer,
of things.
Hester Mundus Van Warmer,
Yeah.
who was her head
Wait,
writer.
that's the
who was
name.
her
Quite a
writer
name.
at the time.
Yeah.
Hester Mundus Van-
married to
Van
Ron Van Warmer.
It sounds like a made-up
30
name if
years
you
her-
wanted to
her
make
junior.
someone sound
Yeah.
rich.
Yes.
Sounds like the millionaire on Gilligan's Island.
Yes, like
Yes,
a made-up
yes.
millionaire. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I know that I spent a lot of time talking about this. But
Yeah.
I love her.
Oh.
Yeah.
She cared about Beth's mother when she was in the hospital.
Oh, how wonderful.
Joan
She's
Rivers
just as
was
good as
a
I thought she
great
was.
woman.
This is so rewarding to hear about her.
Yeah.
If you like Joan Rivers,
You'd love
you're
her.
right.
You're right.
You're
You're
right.
in the
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right? I mean,
So-
how many celebrities did you meet at these jobs? I can't even imagine. You must have celebrity stories out the wazoo. Not that I'm going to make you throw anyone under the bus or
No, no,
exalt
but I will
anyone.
say
Who
was
can we throw under the bus?
Yeah, I
wonderful.
want to hear who's good.
No, but everybody wants to hear, the bus story, but
Right.
it doesn't pay.
No, it doesn't. What's
it's-
the
What
point?
if we paid
It's
you?
negative.
What if we
Worst
paid you?
moments.
And it's kind of
What
negative.
if
we
we-
have to pay?
Hold on.
I
I
mean-
have a
Let me
price.
get my
Oh
wallet.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a New Yorker. There's a price.
Yeah,
I would never
figured.
say it on a podcast, but when you wait on people, remember I waited at tables at Lowry's forever. The
You
ones
learn
that stiff you never forget. Stiff. A small tip, I'll take something, a little offering. But the ones that stiff, no tip, I have a list, but not on a podcast. So
I was going to say,
even
when
I,
we're done, you
even
can
I have
tell me.
decorum.
But most of them are celebrities.
I would tell
Yeah, they're
you.
celebrities.
I'll tell on one person, and I don't think she's here with us anymore.
Oh, okay.
But I used to, when I did Joan's show, I was doing a radio show upstate, which was, the news director was Ron Van Warmer. And
Oh, wow.
Hester,
The writer.
Hester said, you should be on that radio station.
Yeah.
And she really, I think, effectively made that happen.
Yeah.
But, I was on that station for 2 years. I had a great time.
That's nice.
Up in the Adirondacks?
It was.
Oh,
was
were you
it?
up there?
It was in Woodstock.
Oh, that's
Oh,
neat.
wow.
pretty.
Middletown.
So pretty.
Right.
and Wurtsboro.
Yeah.
And
It's nice up
Middletown.
there.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
very
beautiful
nice.
Yeah.
country.
I used to get calls from Bob Dylan.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, Gary.
Hey, I hear you play my song.
Oh, you did a good Bob.
That's
He-
great.
That was
he
really good.
He was nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice guy.
He was very nice to me, and
And the line on him is that he's a little surly, right?
I
But he
never
was
saw
nothing
that.
but nice.
When he came to the Late Show and performed, he was beautiful to everybody.
Oh, well, then, I mean, that's all
He
we have
was
to
not,
go on.
I met him at the LA Film Festival, and he was nice. He was-
See?
yeah.
And one night we
was-
were rehearsing, not really rehearsing, the technical director of the CBS Evening News. I was I worked on Joan
Right.
Rivers. Billy was Evening News. Tim Kennedy was our technical director. These are all people, I haven't spoken to Billy in a while, but these people are still my friends.
Oh, I bet they are. You're good. You're good at keeping your friends, you and Beth.
Friday, once a month, we would go to a rehearsal hall, Montana, on the west side, and we'd all play music
Yeah.
and have a
Wow.
great time.
What were you playing?
Keyboards. there.
Oh,
Wow.
good for
and
you.
singing,
And some singing.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
could see
Night,
that.
we're playing All Along the Watchtower.
Oh, I love that song.
And I have to say that it was a smoky room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. It makes
So-
20
it,
minutes
you need
in
atmosphere.
There
to
was
all
a
along the
smoky room.
You could
Watchtower.
smoke inside.
And we're having a good time, and we're playing, and having a great time on the keyboard. And it's over now. We finished that number. And there's a knock on the studio door. We're in B. A was next to the big one. And two guys come. And they go, hi. We go, hi. They go, we just want you to know. Dylan's next door.
Oh, wow.
And he says, you guys are great.
Oh,
That's
that
awesome.
is amazing.
Right?
That's awesome.
I don't know to this day if there's any truth.
Oh, it's
You know?
incredible.
We
Who
didn't
cares?
see,
I believe it.
But
Why would they say that?
Yeah, why
Like,
would they make it
yeah,
up?
why
It
would
sounds
they
like
make
nice
it's too,
guys.
it's too
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
to make up. It's real.
well, they may
Yeah.
have come for the smoke.
Well, I
The
don't know.
smoke was
Did you
good.
see A Complete Unknown?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen it yet.
so
I'm
I
dying
saw
to
it.
see it.
And I didn't have Bluetooth headphones to connect with the sound.
Yeah.
So I literally watched it in subtitles. But I knew the song so well that the movie was spectacular, and I literally
follow
didn't hear a
along.
word of it.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't
it
wait
was-
to see it.
Yeah,
It's
I love
really
Timothy
like I can't
Chalamet,
wait to
too. I
see it
think
with
it's
sound.
great casting.
Speaking of being an audio guy, it was tough to get through the first of it, but once I got into the groove of it, I was literally like
Yeah, you
riveted
did it
by
without
Yeah.
sound.
Bob Dylan had to be
Well,
nice.
it's
Who
Joan
could
Baez
write
and all
this
the
gorgeous
stuff. It's
song?
like-
Salute to those among us who have hearing disability.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
You know?
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
It was-
everybody, I got a message.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Everybody's got some piece of crap they have to carry around with them.
Oh, everybody has something, right?
Yeah,
My
Everybody.
granddaughter does.
Everybody.
We all do, and sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's mental, sometimes
Right.
it's some kind of an addiction, sometimes it's just something that makes you unhappy throughout your life.
Yeah.
Everybody's got it.
Yeah.
So the very best thing you can do with every day when you meet every person is say, gee, I'm feeling a little annoyed by something in this person, but I'm realizing that they probably are dealing with some piece of shit.
Oh, I
Right.
know.
And
Yeah.
and let's see if I can make their day better.
Yes.
And then the next
nice.
thing that happens is your day gets great.
Oh, I love that so
Right.
much.
Your day gets
That
great.
is great.
I
So-
do think most of humanity is good, and then the ones that you learn this from working in restaurants, because people kind of have you where they want you, and they can show you the worst, and you can't say much.
Real estate.
And real estate too. Most people are good. The ones that aren't are trying and want to be better. Most of them. And
That's
then there's
true.
a few bad apples, and that's
really
about it.
true.
Most people,
Right.
if they're not great out of the gate, and there's some stuff, they're still want to be good.
Right.
There's a desire to be good.
And it pays to remember that there is a small percentage of people who don't know how to be good,
Yeah.
don't care to be good,
Yeah, and are not, and
really
are the
only
pits, are
interested
just
in
the pits.
themselves.
The
Yeah.
pits.
And I am very much interested in myself. I
Yeah.
think that
I
all
think
of us-
everybody should have a modicum
right?
of interest in
right?
themselves.
And
would
should
think.
like, it's nice if we can like ourselves because there's a part of us that doesn't.
Yeah.
Right? Each
You know what you
one-
could have done for a living? Thank God you had the beautiful career you had, but you could have been a therapist, don't you think?
I would have been a rabbi.
Oh, but there's so much crossover.
I would have been
Yeah.
a
But
rabbi.
there's such a connection between
Well,
the two.
that's a therapist.
Rabbis
You're-
are essentially
you're a
very much
therapist. You have to
that
be-
skill set,
I love the
right?
folks I meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really are
when I'm
interested in
walking
people.
down the street.
Yeah.
It's the people that you meet each day.
Yeah.
It's meeting the people in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people in your neighborhood are very important. Let me put on my sneakers now.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
Hey, you're important too.
Oh,
that's
thank
awesome.
you, Gary. This
And
was
now let's see.
wonderful.
So,
Daniel Striped Tigers.
oh my gosh, yeah. Well, we want you back on the show at some point. I don't know when we can do it.
What
but
show?
This is our
It didn't
show.
feel like
This is
anything
our work.
happened. It was
We
so
don't leave
natural.
here. We just
Are we
sit
wrapping?
around.
This
and
didn't
I
feel like
want
a
you
show.
to know
Yeah.
that this is the most fun I've had in the morning
Oh, hey.
In a
with my
while.
clothes on in quite a long time. and
Us
I'm,
too. I love
Yes.
this. And also, this was the most of all the ones I've done. I feel the most natural in this one.
Yeah.
It's like I guess you get better at it, but also you make it easy.
I want to thank you
Yeah,
both
yeah.
for coming to my podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Hey,
Thanks
well,
for
that's
putting up with
Hold
us.
on. We have to plug you do ham radio.
Yes.
You do and you can listen to you in Bishkek.
Yeah,
can't
anywhere,
you?
right?
Well,
Can you?
what I do, which is on FM,
Yeah.
but ham frequencies.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
I'm big at 146.025.
Okay.
445.680, they go out of their minds for me.
Ooh.
But you can't get me on your radio.
I got one.
I'm a
back there,
ham.
that I'm trying
I'm
to
a
get
ham.
going.
And I would love you to be a ham.
You are a
And
ham.
You could be a ham.
I love.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm
hammy
in.
person, but
You're a ham in person,
This
and you're a
podcast
ham.
is my favorite thing I've done in years. It really is fun.
yeah, it's a part of you that gets to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
natural,
yeah.
right?
And
It
you
comes
control
easily.
this. You don't have to say, any calls today?
Right.
Right?
No.
Do you guys have something for me? No, well, it's okay. I
Yeah.
got something for me.
Yeah,
Very little framework,
Yeah.
which makes it even more fun. You never know
does.
what's going to come up.
So then you have the ham, and then you what was
On
your other?
Saturday and Sunday mornings, I don't know if this is what you were leading to.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday mornings, our club, the Crescenta Valley Radio Club, you can be a member of our club.
Ooh.
We're
Great,
a bunch
John,
of
you
very
would love
friendly
that.
amateurs.
I would love that.
It's only a 35
Friends you haven't
question
met yet.
multiple choice test to
Oh,
get a
interesting.
license
Oh, how
to be an
nice.
amateur
To get
radio
the
operator.
license.
And you're licensed by the Federal Communications Commission.
Very
I got
official.
my FCC. I have it somewhere here.
Do you still have the yellow card?
Yeah, the yellow card,
I had the yellow
1987.
My
right.
yellow card was
That's how long.
70 something.
Yeah.
I
I found
so-
it recently, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I realized there's nobody that would really be like, "Wow, that's a
I never
really
even knew
wild."
you had one, Sue. If you're not telling me,
It
you're
was a
not telling
big
many
deal to
people.
get one back then. I
It's
mean,
Yeah.
way
no
back in the
longer in
day, you had
effect.
to have your FCC
I-
license.
Yeah.
found my WNYU radio station member card,
Oh, wow.
which
Such
meant
a
that
sign
I
of the
kept
times,
it since
right?
1966.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fantastic.
that's great.
And
So
800 on your AM dial.
That's right.
That's what we were.
So
Yeah.
precious.
Oh
I
my
remember it.
gosh.
That was
That's
a
great.
way to start a lifetime
Yeah.
around broadcast.
What a good
equipment.
life.
Yeah, it really
I'm
is.
the luckiest guy.
You're
in the
just
world.
getting warmed up.
Yeah.
You got warmed
I
up.
met the most beautiful girl I would ever meet when I was 16.
So lucky,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And we're
Lucky to find
married,
each other.
You know,
And it worked.
and we have a great daughter who
Yeah.
writes and is successful and makes us very happy,
Happy.
to be with her. Yeah.
Oh,
And a granddaughter
awesome.
who's beautiful and funny and
Oh, darling, so
getting
pretty.
better and better every day.
Yeah.
That's great.
So and wonderful friends, and we live in as I said, we live in the magic town. Los Angeles is
Yeah, it's
the
pretty
magic town.
magic.
Yeah, it
New York
is.
is a different kind of magic.
Yeah.
Right.
It's its own
Equally or superior, maybe.
Yep.
You can all decide, but I loved New York for my whole life.
magic. Yeah.
But I came out here and I found I loved another
You
life.
fell for it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You fell
Same
in
here.
love
I love
with
the
it.
East
Me
Coast. I
too.
love New York.
I don't love more than it's
Yours
like
is-
having two kids. I don't love more than one
That's
than the
right.
other. Yeah.
That's right. I miss New
But we
York,
have
Yeah.
3, so
but
then what do
I
we do?
don't miss it enough right now to get off my butt and go there.
No.
I love LA, and we're getting into a great season. Spring
Yeah.
in LA.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's about
yeah,
to get
yeah.
great, right?
Well,
Thank you,
we
Gary. This is
so loved
amazing.
having you on the show. Thank you so much. And
You're
we
like
can't.
the easiest guest.
For
I don't know where
our-
the
I could
time
talk
went.
to you all
Our-
day. I for all I know, I've been here for 5 minutes or 20 minutes or 20 hours.
20
I don't,
minutes.
it's hard to tell.
Oh wow.
Are we on
I
schedule?
know,
My watch
right?
stopped.
It's-
Ah!
well, have a great day, and we will
Thank you.
we will
We
have you
love
back
you.
on the show. at
Thanks
some
for
point.
coming.
All
Love
right.
from Beth, and we love you, and I would love to come back.
Oh, you're always
Yay!
invited. So fun.